In the last section, we spoke about the three separate pieces of setting up Ingress inside of Kubernetes. So we've got the Ingress config, we've got the thing that actually implements that configuration, and then we've got the thing that actually takes incoming traffic and sends it off to the appropriate service. So I now want to take this type of approach right here and apply it to the actual application that we are looking at. Now, there is going to be one little twist here. Remember that I had told you just a little bit ago that the setup of all this Ingress stuff changes a little bit depending upon your environment. So we're going to look at a diagram here that describes how all this stuff is set up specifically on Google Cloud. So the actual implementation when we set this up locally is going to be just a little bit different, but the Google Cloud implementation is probably the easiest to understand and kind of wrap your head around. So here's what's going to happen. Again, you and I are going to make an Ingress config file, and that's going to describe all the routing rules that should exist inside of our application. This config is going to be fed into a deployment that is running both our controller, the Ingress controller, and an Nginx pod. And that Nginx pod is what's going to actually take incoming traffic and route it off to the appropriate location. Now, specifically on Google Cloud, there's some other pieces in here that get created at the same time as well. So when we make an Ingress on Google Cloud, we're going to get a Google Cloud load balancer created for us. This is a cloud-native load balancer, identical to the one that you would use with any other type of application that you might happen to create on Google Cloud. In fact, you can open up a new tab right now and search Google Cloud Load Balancer, and you'll see some marketing page here for Google Cloud Load Balancing. So this is the actual object behind the scenes that's going to be created by Google Cloud to somehow get traffic into our cluster. Once that load balancer is in effect, inside the cluster itself, the deployment that gets created is going to get a load balancer service attached to it. Yes, the same load balancer service that we had discussed a little bit ago. So even though we had spoken about this thing and we had said, oh yeah, the load balancer service is kind of a little bit legacy and we don't really